They ran the ball, and that's their forte anyway. I think the teams are evenly matched. They're only one game difference in their records. And again, Shelbyville played some great football earlier in the season, and again, they have a quarterback to really watch tonight.
Like Mike mentioned earlier in the season, they came into Lucas Oil Stadium and beat the Pendleton Heights Arabians. At that time, Pendleton Heights was number 5 in Class 4A, which, as you know, 4A is the second biggest class in IHSA football. So, I mean, coming up with that upset, and they have had some big wins in the Hoosier Heritage Conference. They beat Yorktown. They have, just put up good numbers all season, and it shows by their record. Although they were 4-4, they've had some out-of-conference matchups where they didn't go their way, didn't get the calls. But, tonight I'm expecting to see nothing else but a great Hoosier Heritage Conference like we always see. And right now we're going to pause for the national anthem, and then we'll be right back with tonight's coverage of the ballgame. So after the national anthem by the Delta Pep Band, 2:23 left until kickoff. And Mike, last week we saw Alex Fwadavai, the player to watch tonight, back to return kicks for the first time. He's now the punt returner and kick returner. That first play from scrimmage last week, I thought he was going to take it all the way to the house. He ended up getting a 52-yard return. And this is not something he is used to, and he's going to be coming back next year for the Eagles. So look for them to make some noise tonight, make some noise next year. Going into sectional play, both teams trying to get lots of momentum. Shelbyville trying to get over the 500 mark, and Delta trying not to fall to 5-4.
They both want to get a win going into the sectionals. You really want to begin to roll in a positive direction at the end of the season, get that last win, get ready for the sectionals, and just get in the habit of winning and playing hard. So both of these teams want to come out on top tonight.
Well, absolutely. Shelbyville is always kind of like Rushville in the Hoosier Heritage Conference. They're always overlooked, kind of the underdog, no matter what their record is. Everybody just looks at them, oh, that's an easy win, whatever. But this year they have put up some good stats and got some big wins. They're, I guess, like we said earlier in the pregame, they're trying to get their third straight win while Delta tries to avoid dropping 3 out of their last 4. But for Delta, this is probably one of the biggest games of the season. They're coming off of the first shutout since the first year Segunda era took over here at Delta High School. So, I mean, that was almost 15, 16 years ago since they had been shut out. And they are trying to go in. They'll play Frankfort next week at Frankfort in sectional matchups. So both teams, like we said, trying to get some momentum. And it looks like Delta has won the toss, and they're going to elect to receive, I think.
Yep. We're planning on bringing you the Frankfort game next Friday on Web Sports Machine. It's going to be not too far to travel, but it's just straight west of us. But we're hoping the weather's going to be good, and we got to get past tonight first.
So here we go, the last week of regular season play. Both teams going in to sectional play next week, and both of these teams can really make some noise. It depends on which team shows up.
I noticed last week Mount Vernon really didn't kick the ball to the return man. They kicked about a 40-yard kickoff, and I don't know if that was that's planned, but it just consistently they didn't kick to the return man.
Well, so what it seemed like, they had that first kickoff that Fwadavai almost took back to the house, and then they just said,
"Hey, take that. Let that happen again."
make them beat you on offense, and they were unable to do that. Couldn't put anything on the board. The only time they were close was when Cade Jones fumbled it on the 1-yard line. And that was definitely one of the biggest key plays of the game last week. Back to return for the Eagles is number 1, Alex Wadavai, and number 20, Joe Spiegel. And set to kick off for Shelbyville is number 3, Alexander Booth. It's a short kick out left. Looks like it might be recovered. No, it's going to be recovered by the Eagles, so they will hold on to it. That could have started this game off with a bang if they could have recovered the kick. That's not the first time Delta's had trouble recovering it. They ran into that 2 or 3 times this season on the kickoff. Look out for number 66, Skyler Bender, a defensive tackle. He's got a lot of size. He's 5'9", 240. So he'll be trying to get in there and put some pressure on Cade Jones. First carry of the game, Mason Bechtel gets brought down about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Defensive end had a free shot, got in the backfield. Corner came up, untouched almost.
So first play, doing a great job containing on defense are the Golden Bears. Joe Spiegel up the middle, and he is stopped after a short gain. So the Eagles on their first possession going to be looking at 3rd and long.
Ball carried up the middle by number 20, Joe Spiegel. Tackle made by the Golden Bears, number 54, Jacob Day.
So 3rd and 15 for the Eagles from their own 23-yard line. Alex Wadavai split out right. Rob Fox split out left.
Intercepted.
And he may take this one all the way back. He's going to be brought down at the 14-yard line, so they will take over on their own red zone. That interception was by number 9, Blake Miller.
Kind of thrown to the back shoulder.
By number 9, Blake Miller. Joe Spiegel with the tackle.
That was thrown out to, it was intended for Alex Wadavai. That was the first pass ever intended for him. So you don't know if it was a miscommunication on the route or what, but the Golden Bears are going to take over at their own, the Eagles' 13-yard line, looking to put some points on the board early. Handed off up the middle. Kyle Oles on the carry.
Ball carried by number 28, Kyle Oles. Tackle made at the line by number 72, Ben Delisle.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 13. Just inside the first quarter, 10:07 remaining. Shelbyville has been a running team all season. Play action pass out right. Has nowhere to run. Ben Delisle misses the tackle. So does Conway. He's got some room to run. Intercepted in the end zone by Landon Sullivan. He's got some room to run. So after the pick by Cade Jones, Landon Sullivan gives the ball right back to the Eagles, and they will take over right around the 20-yard line. I thought Laker was going to have a chance to make a play. Got away from Ben Delisle and Austin Conway, but instead he throws the interception. So already 1 turnover for each team, just almost 3 minutes into this ball game. So 1st and 10 from the 19. That should be a flag on this side. He had a hold of Fuadavai's jersey. Fuadavai had him beat, and I tell you what, Coach Segunda knows it. Fuadavai was running a slant and go pattern. Had the man beat, but he grabbed a hold of his jersey and got away with it. And now he's 2nd and 10. Ball's going to be spotted right around the 19-yard line. Counter to Mason Bechtold. He gets nowhere. Maybe a loss of 1. So looking at another 3rd down. Last time Cade Jones threw an interception to Blake Miller. Another obvious passing situation. Let's see what he can do this time. Third and 10 from the 19.
Batted away.
Pass incomplete, intended for number 11, Ryan Bickford. Play was broken up.
Pass was intended for Ryan Bickford, knocked down by number 9, Blake Miller. Miller was in there to get the interception last time, making another big 3rd down play. Now John Kern will be set to punt for the Eagles. And set back to return, I believe, will be Kyle Oles. It's a blocked punt. Ball's recovered by the Eagles, so that'll be a turnover on down on the 22-yard line. So back-to-back plays, or back-to-back turnovers for the Eagles. This one on downs, last time an interception. Some confusion on the field of what's going on. Refs are discussing with Clay Fullenkamp. But the Golden Bears will take over on the 23-yard line. Hand off to Alls again. Minimal gain on the play, about 3 yards. Now going to be looking at 2nd and 7, just 1 yard outside the red zone. 8:26 left in the first quarter.
Avery Hazley for the Eagles.
Laker will be under center now. He's been in pistol formation all night.
Couple more yards.
This time the handoff was to number 25, Adam Price.
Ball carried up the middle by number 25.
Gain of about 4 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 3 yards for the first down. That was Alex Fuadavai on the tackle, excuse me. Austin, his brother, graduated here from Delta High School last season.
A little old-fashioned option there.
Initially hit by Avery Hazley in the backfield, then brought down by Austin Conway. Both seniors making big plays here at senior night at Delta High School.
Jeremy Laker with the keeper. Initial contact made by number 27, Avery Hazley.
So a loss of about 4 on third down will send the kicking unit out onto the field. This will be a 36-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up, and it sailed through the uprights. Now 3-0.
He had about 20 more yards. He might have been able to kick that one.
That's something you don't see normally in high school football, but you see it tonight. Shelbyville Golden Bears with the early score up 3-0. And we'll be right back with more action. You're watching Web Sports Machine.
Let State Farm agent Jason May handle all the moving parts to your insurance. Whether it's for auto, home, life, or financial services, Jason May is there for more ways to help and more ways to save. Call or visit Jason May today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And welcome back to Web Sports Machine. 3-0 here at Delta High School. Shelbyville out on top after the field goal made by Alexander Booth. It's a short kick. It's going to fly out of bounds and bring down the penalty marker. So Delta will take over with pretty good field position. Ball is going to be spotted at the 30-yard line. Actually make that the 35-yard line, that is. So Blake Miller coming up with big plays on defense for the Golden Bears. 2 third-down stops, 1 for an INT. The other one was a knockdown. That pass was intended for Rob Fox.
Pass incomplete, intended for number 85, Rob Fox. Play was broken up by number 10, Gage Seaborn.
Now 6:30 left in the first quarter.
Those corners seem to be hovering around that 10-yard distance out there.
You know, the only time that the Eagles really tried to go deep was to Alex Vladovai. And you know, they had him beat before they grabbed a hold of his jersey. There was no pass interference called on the play. Going to reverse to Alex Vladovai out there. He's got room to run, but he's brought down at the line of scrimmage. May have picked up a yard on the play.
Ball carried by number 1, Alex Vladovai, for a gain of 1 yard. Tackle made by number 70, Robert Ballinger.
Shelbyville had a big old lineman right in the backfield. Disrupt that, forced him inside.
Now 3rd and 9 from the 35. Has him beat. Can he connect? And he does.
Outstanding catch.
Big pass, big catch.
Double covered.
That's Jones's first completion of the night. Now 1 for 4. Pass was complete for 49 yards.
Shows the confidence that the coach has too in Jones' ability. They haven't given up on the pass. He threw a pick early, thrown some into coverage a little bit, but Alex just made the play right there.
So 1st and 10 from the 33. This time it's out to Joe Spiegel. Tries to get to the outside, breaks a tackle. He's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line. So gain of about 6 on 1st down.
Ball carried by number 20, Joe Spiegel. Stop made by the Golden Bears, number 20, Mitchell Mathis.
Actually, the spot works out pretty good for the Golden Bears. Instead of a gain of 6, it's only a gain of 4. Now 2nd and 6 from the 29. has Bickford wide open down there by the end zone, and he will make it now a 6-3 ball game with 5 minutes and 35 seconds left in play. That was a 29-yard reception by Ryan Bickford.
Wide open about the 5-yard line. Just playing catch out at that point.
And John Kern will be set back to kick the PAT. Tate Stone is on to hold. And it is wide left. So it's going to stay 6-3 ball game, 5:35 left in the first. And we'll be right back with more action here at Delta High School. You are watching Web Sports Machine. And welcome back to Web Sports Machine. After the 29-yard reception by Ryan Bickford into the end zone, it is now a 6-3 ball game. That was a 78-yard drive for the Eagles as John Kern is set to kick off to the Golden Bears. Going to be returned by Gage Seaborn. Initially hit by number 30, Brayton Conley. And they will take over at the 22-yard line. So good coverage on the kickoff team by the Eagles. As they are up 6-3 with 5:29 left in the first quarter. So 1st and 10 from the 22. Lakers going to keep it, and he is brought down by number 72, Ben Delisle.
Number 12, Jeremy Laker with the keeper. Tackle made by number 72, Big Ben Delisle.
Delisle is the biggest man for the Eagles. Stands at 6'3", weighs 310 pounds. Has a lot of force on the defensive line. So after the short game by Laker, it is now 2nd and 8. That's Lakers' first completion of the night. Go for about 5 yards. Will bring up 3rd and about 4.
Pass complete to number 28, Kyle Ewell. Tackle made by number 27, Avery Hazley.
Big play for the Bears. With the screen pass, intercepted by Austin Conway. It was initially tipped by Darren Stoltz, and Conway was there to pick it off. So 2 interceptions tonight for Jake Laker, as the Eagles will once again take over with great field position.
Pass deflected and recovered by number 2, Austin Conway.
So the Singers stepping up and doing a fine job on both sides of the ball for the Eagles. Bickford with the touchdown, Conway with the interception. Bryce Dishman picking up about 13 yards on 1st down.
Just keeps those legs pumping, keeps getting more yards. Delta's found their confidence. They're working hard. Came ready to play.
So now 1st and 10 from the 12. They're inside the red zone for the first time tonight with 4:17 left in the first quarter. So Joe Spiegel breaks his move. So Spiegel with the touchdown. Now a 13, actually a 12-3 ball game. And I tell you what, he put on a clinic right there on how to break somebody's ankles. That was Gage Seaborn. That's Joe Spiegel broke his tackle. I don't even know if he was touched, but he's going to run it into the end zone. It's now a 12-3 ball game as the Eagles will opt for the 2-point conversion. Fade out to Ryan Bickford, and it is complete for the 2. So now 14-3 with 4:01 left in the first quarter. Delta capping off a 22-yard drive with a Joe Spiegel touchdown from 12 yards out. That's his first touchdown of the night. A little stat recap. Mason Bechtel has 1 carry for -7 yards. Joe Spiegel 3 for 21 with the touchdown. Ryan Bickford has 1 reception, 29 yards. And Fuadavai with the big catch earlier in the game, 49 yards receiving. And Kay Jones is now 2 for 5, 77 yards, 1 touchdown and an interception. For Shelbyville, Kyle Oles has 2 carries for 5 yards, Adam Price 1 for 4, and Jake Laker is 1 for 3, 2 interceptions, and 2 carries for -2 yards. Their only offensive score was on a 36-yard field goal by Alexander Booth. So the Eagles at 4-1 are set to kick off to the Golden Bears once again, up by 11 here at Zelda High School. Gage Seaborn on the return. Breaks away, breaks another tackle.
4 tackles. Great return. Broke about 4 or 5 tackles. Of course, you can't arm tackle. You can't arm tackle a team like Shelbyville.
And Gage Seaborn knows something about not being able to arm tackle. He was the one that got his ankles broken by Joe Spiegel on the touchdown run. And put the Eagles ahead 12-3.
We will find that move. We'll post it on Facebook. It'll get a few hits tomorrow.
So 1st and 10 from the 38. Golden Bears taking over with great field position. It's Adam Price up the middle, gain of about 1 yard on the play.
Ball carried by number 28, Kyle Eels. Tackle made by number 51, Clay Fullenkamp.
So now 2nd and 9 from the 39. 3:24 left in the first. Eagles up by 11, 14-3. Oles with the carry, and it's brought down in the backfield by Clay Fullenkamp. Loss of about a yard on the play.
Ball carried by number 28, Kyle Ewells. Tackle made by number 51, Clay Fullenkamp.
Now 3rd and 9 from the 39 once again. Three wide receivers right, 1 left. Laker drops back to pass, and Conway's there with the pressure. Pass was intended for number 80, Benjamin Orem.
Pass incomplete, intended for number 80.
Now to bring it 4th down, and the punt units will come out onto the field. Our player to watch, Alex Waddle, will be back to return the punt. And Alexander Booth, the man with the golden leg, he kicked a 36-yard field goal earlier in the game. And he could have easily made it from about 50 yards. He'll be back to punt for the Shelbyville. Going to take a delta bounce, spotted going to be at the 39-yard line. So they will take over with decent field position. 2:17 left in the first quarter. Eagles already have 2 scores on offense tonight, leading 14-3. So Cade Jones under center from the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 Eagles. Spiegel with the carry, picks up about a yard on the play, if that.
Ball carried by number 20, Joe Spiegel.
This ball is now going to be spotted on the 41-yard line. 2nd and 8 for the Eagles. Looking to hit Fuadavai with the pass.
Looked like he couldn't find it. A little bit behind him.
Pass incomplete, intended for number 1, Alex Fuadavai.
Looked like if Fuadavai could have found the ball, he might have been able to take that one into the end zone. But instead it's going to be 3rd and 8 on the 41-yard line. So just over 90 seconds left in the first quarter. 3rd and 8 from the 41. Pass was intended for Rob Fox. Now bring up 4th down, and the punt units will come out onto the field for the for the first time tonight for Delta with 1:28 left in the first quarter. Actually, this will be the second time. The last time they turned it over on downs, had a blocked punt, which gave the Golden Bears some great field position, which they were unable to do anything with it.
Risky reception there. Taking it on the bounce.
So Shelbyville will take over on the 30-yard line with 1:20 left in the first quarter, down by 11, 14-3. Actually, they're going to spot that one on the 32-yard line. Either way, 1st and 10 for Shelbyville. Hand off to Price up the middle. Same old story of the night. Hand it off up the middle, gain of about 2 or 3 yards. They've been able to try and get some short 3rd down conversions.
Made by number 6, Brody Runyon.
Unable to convert on them. So 2nd and 8 from the 35-yard line.
Under pressure. Loses the ball. Looks like Shelbyville got their hands on it.
Ball was knocked out by number 2, Austin Conway. He already had an interception tonight. But it was recovered by the Golden Bears. Now 3rd and 11. The game clock is winding down, and that will wrap up the first quarter of action tonight here at Delta High School. Score 14-3, Delta out on top. And we will be right back with more action. You are watching Web Sports Machine.
The Barn Lot is your shed and carport headquarters. The Barn Lot offers sheds, barns, cabins, and carports. They offer rent-to-own, no credit check, and free delivery. The Barn Lot is located on Meeker Road at the 67 Bypass in Muncie. Call the Barn Lot today at 813-245-0476.
And welcome back to Web Sports Machine. About to start the second quarter of action here tonight at Delta High School. 14-3 is where we stand. Eagles out on top. Cade Jones passing has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He's 2 for 7, 77 yards. And the other touchdown for the Eagles was by Joe Spiegel on a 12-yard run. He's 4 for 23 with a touchdown. And the only score for the Golden Bears was a 36-yard field goal made by Alexander Booth. But right now it is 3rd and 11 from the 31. Golden Bears trying to pick up their first 3rd down conversion on the night. I believe it's going to be a false start on the offense. Now we'll push him back another 5 yards. Now 3rd and 16. Ball is going to be in the 26-yard line. So 3rd and long for Shelbyville. First play of the second quarter about to get underway. Going to keep it on the ground. 3rd and 16, and he's brought down hard by Brody Runyon.
Again, Brody, we talked about him in the pregame.
Ball carrier by number 28, Kyle Ewells. Tackle made by number 6.
Now bring up 4th and 15. Booth will be set back to punt, and Fladovai back to return. So Fladovai trying to make a play out of it. Another risky reception on the punt.
Yeah. I know these guys are hungry to run the ball. Shelbyville did that too, and for both teams, they've been lucky that it's been okay. They've been able to hold on to the ball, but it takes that straight up bounce, and the defender, the tackler, gets there right about the same time as the ball.
So with 11:07 left in the first half, Delta will take over on the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. And up to Joe Spiegel out left. He's got some room to work with. And he might take this one all the way into the end zone. And he will. So a 60-yard touchdown run by Joe Spiegel, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
Ball carried by number 20, Joe Spiegel, who runs it in for
We talked about him in our pregame. He's already over 700 yards on the season. He already has 83 yards rushing tonight. So closing in on the century mark with 10:54 left in the first half as the Eagles are now up 20-3 as John Curran comes on to kick the PAT.
And he really does know how to move with the ball when he's at top speed. The tacklers are just not quite sure where he's going.
PAT is good by John Kern, so now a 21-3 ball game after the score by Joe Spiegel. Add another run to his highlight reel. He's been making them all season. Like I said a minute ago, 5 carries, that is 83 yards, 2 touchdowns. And he is not even close to being done with tonight's ball game.
He's going to be around Delta for a couple more years, too.
That is a very young team we see right on the field right now. At the beginning of the season against Jay County, they started 7 sophomores, which in the Hoosier Heritage Conference, it is very hard to compete when you are a young team. They are doing it this year. They have a record of 5-3. They have a tie of second place in the conference right now with Shelbyville. Look out for Delta to be making some noise this year as well as the next couple years. Their leading receiver, Jalen Robinson, is not on the field, and he will not be for the rest of the season. He's out due to an injury, and he'll be coming back next year looking to make some big plays.
Stopped about the 30-yard line.
So 10:48 left in the first half. Shelbyville takes over at the 31-yard line. Actually, a generous spot, make that the 33, as they are down 21-3.
Shelbyville really hasn't, they just haven't had good field position to start with, and then they've had a couple of 3-and-outs. So they haven't been on the other side of the field very much. So.
And the only time they did have good field position, they threw an interception after getting the interception on their first drive of the night. And other than that, they have not been able to get anything going. Kyle Ewell's with the carry. He'll match what he has on the night. Now 10 yards rushing on 5 carries. Ewell's on the season only has 325 yards rushing on 48 attempts. Their leading rusher is actually their quarterback. He has 113 attempts for 806 yards. So a different style of offense than we are used to seeing here in the HHC, as it is now 2nd and 5 from the 38. Ben Delisle with the tackle. Loss of about 1 on the play. That carry was once again by Kyle Ewells.
Another 3rd and long.
Ball carried by number 28, Kyle Ewells.
They've had some times where they had short 3rd down attempts. They're just unable to get anything going. They have not converted a 3rd down yet in tonight's ball game. So 3rd and 6 for the Golden Bears. Ball right around the 37-yard line. Option right. Laker's going to keep it, and he is stopped just about a yard past the line of scrimmage. So Delta is not fooled with the option.
Number 12, Jeremy Laker with the keeper. Tackle made by number 28.
The West Coast offense that really runs the option a lot and the reverses has kind of went away with time, but it's starting to make its way back into football. In the NFL, they're starting to use it a little more with the with different formations they are running, and they're starting to use it here in high school. It's a high punt. It's going to take a Delta bounce back to about the 41-yard line. So Delta will take over. 8:36 left in the first half, up 21-3. Joe Spiegel's had 2 rushing touchdowns. The other one came on a 29-yard reception by Ryan Bickford for the touchdown. So 1st and 10 from the 41. Be a fake reverse. Spiegel is going to hold on to it. He has nowhere to go. Shelbyville was not fooled by the trickery. A loss of 5 on the play.
Number 20, Joe Spiegel, the ball carrier for the Eagles. Tackle made by number 10, Gage Seaborn.
So 2nd and about 16 yards to move the chains. Ball right around the 35-yard line.
Tipped.
Pass was tipped by number 80, Benjamin Orem. Orem stands at 6'2", weighs 215 pounds.
Pass incomplete.
And he was right there
Broken up by number 80, Benjamin
to get the deflection.
Tended for Alex Faudevai. It had to get past two pretty tall Golden Bears with their arms up before Alex was getting a hand on it.
So as Rob Fox brings the play out into the huddle, it is 3rd and 15 from the 35 with just under 8 minutes left in the first half. And Coach Sagun is going to take a timeout, and we will be right back with more action. You are watching Web Sports Machine. And welcome back to Web Sports Machine. After the timeout, it is 21-3 still, 7:49 left in the first half. It is 3rd and 15 from the 35. Eagles trying to pick up the 3rd down and keep the momentum on their side. Handoff to Joe Spiegel on 3rd and long. Forward progression is going to bring him to the 35-yard line.
Now they're saying he turned it over.
So they're going to say it's a fumble on the field. And this Delta crowd, along with me, is very confused, I would imagine.
I saw a Shelbyville player on his back hold the ball up. He might have ripped it from him as they...
You know, if they're going to give him the forward progression to the 35-yard line, you'd imagine...
It can't be a fumble. 4th down.
So it is not going to be a fumble. They will hold on to the ball. Loss of 1 on the carry by Spiegel. But on 3rd and about 15, I have to question the call. Going for it on the ground. But, you know, Cade Jones is 2 for 8, only two completions on the night. So, as always, they're heavily relying on their running game. The long snap. John Kern's going to hold on to it. And Shelbyville will take over at the 22-yard line. Last time they took over on the 22 was when they threw the interception to Landon Sullivan.
They're going to get great field position now. It's what they've needed the whole game.
Now 1st and 10 actually from the 24. Actually make that the 23-yard line. 7:22 left in the first half. Shelbyville down by 18, looking to make this one a ball game once again. There's 3 yards outside the red zone. Handoff was to Adam Price. He'll pick up about 5 yards on the first down carry.
Ball carried by number 25, Adam Price.
So 2nd and 5 from the 19-yard line inside the red zone.
Ooh, in the backfield. He meant to hand it off. The running back got stuffed right there at the line of scrimmage. Quarterback hung on to it. Thought he could scramble a little bit, but they were on him.
Jeremy Lagle, keeper. Tackle made by number 28.
That was John Kern that brought him down in the backfield.
Third and about 9.5 now for Shelbyville.
So an official's timeout. And that will send number 76, Ethan Runnebaum, to the sideline. I don't know if his helmet came off or he might be bleeding. I don't know. Either way, when they see blood or a helmet comes off or they lose a mouth guard, you got to go to the sideline for at least one play. So 3rd and 10 from about the 23-yard line. Laker drops back to pass, and Brody Runyon is there with the sack. So a big defensive play by the junior. He was one of our defensive players to watch before the game, and that is why.
Sacked by number 6, Brody Runyon.
So a loss of about 11 yards on the play.
I'd like to thank all of the viewers who have tuned into websportsmachine.com or facebook.com/websportsmachine. Got some viewers on there right now. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. And again, thank our sponsors, too, for bringing this game to you.
Punt unit's out on the field. Fwadavai set back to return. Booth set to punt. Ball is on the 34-yard line.
Their best punt of the night, I think.
It's going to take a great bounce for the Golden Bears, spotted at the 5-yard line. So a great job on the punt by Alexander Booth. He's their only scorer of the night with a 36-yard field goal, and he pins Delta deep in their own territory. 21-3 ball game, 4:53 left in the first half. 1st and 10 from the 6-yard line.
Got to be frustrating to start about the 23-yard line and not convert and get some kind of a score. Their kicker can obviously make it. They just really got backed up there.
Joe Spiegel on the carry, and he is stopped after about a gain of 1. At one time, Spiegel was 5 carries for 83 yards. Now he is 8 carries for 78. So Shelbyville is tightening up on defense, closing in on the first half. Cade Jones, I think, draws him offside. That will push him forward 5 yards. So that is actually a huge play for Delta right there. They get outside the end zone, have some room to work with. And instead of 2nd and 9, it's now 2nd and 4 from the 12-yard line. So Joe Spiegel on the carry, breaks one tackle, but he's brought down by Orem. Just about 3 yards past the line of scrimmage, so now 3rd and short for the Eagles.
Ben Orem in there on the tackle.
So 3rd and short, maybe about a yard to go. 3:30 left in the first half. Delta up 21-3. If Shelbyville can make a stop here and get a score before halftime, that would be great for them coming out in the second half. If not, they're going to have a hard time getting any momentum on their side. Trying to draw him off sides. Cade Jones calls a timeout. 3:09 left in the first half. 21-3 ball game. Little recap on stats. Mason Bechtold only has one carry on the night for -7 yards. Joe Spiegel has 9 for 81, 2 touchdowns. The other touchdown was by Ryan Bickford on the 29-yard reception. Cade Jones is 2 for 8, 77 yards. Like I said, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Leading receiver for the Eagles is Alex Wadavai, 1 for 49. And for Shelbyville on offense, they're having a very hard time getting the ball moving. Passing, Jake Laker is 2 for 5 with 2 interceptions. And on rushing, he is 4 for -15. Kyle Ewells is 6 for 10. Actually, he is 6 carries for 10 yards. And Adam Price is 4 carries for 11. He only scores an Alexander Booth 36-yard field goal. It is now 3rd and 1 from the 15. QB keeper by Cade Jones. I think he got enough to move the chains. It's now 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Ball on the 17-yard line. Converted on 3rd and short. Now 2:55 left to play in the first half. Looking for Alex Wadavai down the middle of the field.
Almost intercepted, tipped up, and almost caught by Alex Wadavai.
For number 1, Alex Wadavai.
Says 2 times now Wadavai's had him beat deep. First time it looked like it should have been a defensive pass interference call, but they let it go. And this time a great defensive play by the Golden Bears. So now 2nd and 10 from the 17. 2:37 left to play in the second quarter. Hand off to Mason Bechtold up the middle for about 6 yards on the play.
Plenty of time for a big play. I mean, I know Delta's a big play team. Plenty of time for that, but you got to make your first downs, and you don't want to give the ball back to Shelbyville before the half. They'll get the ball at the beginning of the second half, I think.
Yes, they will, and if they can somehow get a stop here on 3rd down, get the ball back, score before the end of half, come out with the ball in the second half, they could easily make this a very close ball game.
Critical play right now. Great catch.
Pass is complete to Bryce Dishman.
Bryce Dishman. They're saying he's out of bounds.
So it looks like the replacement refs left the NFL, came right here to Delta High School. He at least had 2 or 3 steps in.
Just a bad call. Just a bad call right there.
That'll bring up 4th and 5. Delta fans are irate. And I don't blame them.
We'll have a replay of. We'll get that clip and put it on Facebook tomorrow as well. I know they're only human, but we saw it a lot differently.
So a short but very high punt by Kern. Ball is going to be spotted at the 45-yard line, so they will take over inside the Eagles' territory. 1:39 left in the first half. If they can get a score here, that would really get some momentum going into the second half. Unable to get anything going on the offensive side tonight. So 1st and 10 from the 49, 1:39 left to play in the second quarter. As Lakers once again back in shotgun.
Looking for the big play here. Wrapped up.
And Austin Conway with the sack. Conway's a very dominant pass rusher. Tonight he already has 1 interception off a deflection. He has 1 forced fumble, and that's his first sack of the night. Now 2nd and 12 for Shelbyville.
Clock keeps ticking away. 1:07 left. Well, they know they're going to get the ball after halftime as well.
Laker is once again brought down in the backfield, this time by number 27, Avery Hazley.
Number 12, Jeremy Laker pulled down behind the line of scrimmage by number
That time a loss of about 5 yards on the play.
35 seconds. Clock still running.
Play clock has yet to begin. It now starts, so there will be a 3-second differential between the game clock and the play clock.
I think Shelbyville, they just don't want to do anything too crazy and give up a defensive score here. They know they're going to get the ball beginning of the second half.
Going to try and go deep. Pass is intercepted by Alex Fuadova. He's going to try and bring this one back. He has some room to run with blockers, but he's brought down at the 37-yard line. So our player to watch makes it seem like we know what we're talking about with the interception. So Fuadova in the first half, 1 reception, 49 yards, and 1 reception on defense with the pick for about 40 yards also. And that will wrap up the first half of action. 21-3 ball game here at Delta High School. You are watching Web Sports Machine.
Let State Farm agent Jason May handle all the moving parts to your insurance. Whether it's for auto, home, life, or financial services, Jason May is there for more ways to help and more ways to save. Call or visit Jason May today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And welcome back to Webb Sports Machine. We're here at Delta High School, 2:40 left in halftime. Score is 21-3, Delta out on top. We're showing you a picture of a very fanatic Blue Crew member. His name is Nathan Bolka, and I tell you what, he is very proud to be an Eagle. And he's very proud of the team right now, up 21-3. The two scores on the ground came by Joe Spiegel. He has 9 carries, 81 yards rushing. Cade Jones passing is 2 for 10, 77 yards with the touchdown. That touchdown went to Ryan Bickford. He only has 1 reception, 29 yards. Bryce Dishman has 1 carry, 13 yards, and Alex Fawadavai, 1 reception for 49 yards. And the story of tonight's game for Shelbyville is not one to be very proud of. They have not been able to get anything going on either side of the ball. On offense, Jake Laker is 2 for 5, 2 interceptions. And you know, Mike, offensively, they really heavily rely on their running game, but Jake Laker is 6 carries for negative 22 yards at the quarterback position.
Seemed like early on they had some running game going, but since about the second quarter, they might get 2 or 3 yards a carry, but then they're getting stuffed at the line. So, I don't know. I don't know if they'll just are you going to stick with it? Are they going to try the passing game a little more? I imagine they'll stick with the run and correct some assignments or see if they can figure out maybe it's Delta's defense giving them some problems, the way things are set up. I've seen the linebackers kind of fake blitz and then back off right before the play. So we'll see if they can make corrections.
Well, Coach Pat Parks for Shelbyville is in his 18th season here at Shelbyville High School. So he's been through a game or two in his career. So, I wonder why he's talking to him at halftime about, obviously they've got to get something going on offense. They've got to come up with some big stops on defense. Blake Miller had an interception early in the game to give him the ball at the 22-yard line. 2 plays later, Jake Laker threw an interception to Landon Sullivan 1 yard inside the end zone. Brought it out, and then the Eagles capped off the drive with a blocked punt. Actually, that wasn't the drive that had a blocked punt. The blocked punt was before that when they took over with great field position. But other than that, Delta has been able to control this ball game. The score by the Golden Bears was a 36-yard field goal by Alexander Booth, in which that field goal he could have probably made it from about 50 or so yards.
He's got lots of leg, but they just haven't really had the field position, I don't think. But, again, late in the second quarter, they had great field position, and then Delta just was on it and caught their quarterback. The coverage was good downfield. They tried to pass. Delta caught the quarterback, Laker, in the backfield for a huge loss. Really took him out of even field goal range.
Like you said, they got back there in the backfield, and Brony Runyon got the sack. And that was a very big play and a very big drive for the Golden Bears. If they could have came off with something, they get the ball here in the second half. If they could have just gotten one more or an actual touchdown, not a field goal, it'd be a 21-10 ball game. They'd be right in it. But instead, they're down 21-3 as the teams come out to start out the second half. John Kern will be set to kick off to the Golden Bears as Delta's up 21-3 here at Delta High School. So here we go, starting out the second half, 21-3 ball game. As John Kern set back to kick for the Eagles. It's a squib kick down the left side of the field. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Offensively, I mentioned it a little bit during the halftime show, Jake Laker was 2 for 5, 2 interceptions. And on rushing, he's averaging, almost 100 yards per game. But right now, or actually on the season, he's 113 attempts for 806 yards. But tonight he is 6 for negative 22. One of those coming off of an 11-yard sack by Brody Runyon. Other rushers for the Golden Bears is Kyle Ewells. He has 6 carries for 10 yards, and Adam Price 4 for 11. So they've got to get something going, and they've got to get it going fast. Here down 21-3 to start out the second half. Lakers going to keep it, fumble on the play.
I saw a Delta player rip that ball right out of his hands.
Number 12,
Looked like he,
Jeremy Laker with the
and I
keeper.
think I saw that same play in the first quarter. In the first half, they faked to the running back and then used the running back as a blocker for the quarterback. And I saw a Delta player just reach right in there and pull that ball out.
I believe that was Brody Runyon with the forced fumble. He was one of our defensive players to watch along with Alex Fuadavai, and those two have not disappointed us tonight. Fuadavai had the interception to end the first half, and Runyon had an 11-yard sack, and he gets the forced fumble right there. Lakers going to scramble out. Completes the pass across the middle to Ben Orem.
Pass complete to number 80, Benjamin
His
Orem.
Lakers' third completion of the night. So now 3rd and 6 for the Golden Bears. Ball on the 34-yard line. Pass is complete, but he had room to work with, and he falls down right around the 35-yard line. So Laker with the completion, but not enough to move the chains.
Pass complete to number 80, Benjamin Orem. Tackle made by number 3, Chase Carpenter.
So Fuadavai will be back to return as Alexander Booth gets ready to punt to the Eagles. Ball right now is on the 35. It's a very high and far punt. Fuadavai is going to return it. Penalty marker is down as he returns it to about the 29-yard line. It's going to be in the area of holding.
Number 1, Alex Fuadavai. Tackle made by number 61, Christopher Scudder.
So after the penalty, it's going to move him back. Make it 1st and long for the Eagles. Right around the 14-yard line. So 9:25 left in the third quarter. Delta's up 21-3. This is their first possession of the second half. Bryce Dishman now has room to work with. Picks up about 9 yards on first down.
Ball carry by number 29.
That's
Bryce
his second
Dishman.
carry of the night. Puts him at 22 yards rushing. As it is now 2nd and about a yard to move the chains with 9:04 left in the third quarter. So 2nd and 1 from the 22. Jones is going to keep it up the middle, picks up the first down.
Number 8, K. Jones with the keeper. First down, Eagles.
It's like we said during our pregame show, both of these teams trying to build some momentum going into playoff time. Delta's trying not to drop 3 out of their last 4, and Shelbyville is trying to keep the winning streak going. Spiegel breaks away, and he just has some breakaway speed, I tell you what.
Ball carried by number 20, Joe Spiegel. Tackle made by number 28, Kyle Ewells.
Gain of about 26 on the play. That puts Spiegel over the century mark for the night. Now 10 carries, 107 yards with 2 touchdowns. Ball is now on the Golden Bears' 46-yard line. Jones is going to roll out right. Has some blockers. And he's going to scoot out of bounds about 4 yards past the line of scrimmage. Now second and a long 5.
Keeper scrambling out of bounds after a 5-yard gain.
Ball is right around the 42-yard line. With just under 8 minutes left in the third quarter as Fuadavai brings the play out into the huddle. Like I said, second and a long 5, ball on the 42 as Dishman goes in motion. Sweep out right's got some room to work with. And this running game is clicking tonight for the Eagles.
29, Bryce Dishman. Initial contact.
Gain of about 14 on the play. You know, with Shelbyville, you never know which team's going to show up. You know, they've had some big games this year in the Hoosier Heritage Conference, but outside the conference, they've had a hard time competing. Against Pendleton Heights earlier in the season at Lucas Oil Stadium, we webcasted that game. We got the privilege to watch them, as well as every other team in the Hoosier Heritage Conference. They beat Pendleton Heights 17-14. So Spiegel is dropped about a yard shy of the line of scrimmage.
Ball carried by number 20, Joe Spiegel. Tackle made by number 80, Benjamin Oram.
So now second and about 12 yards to move the chains. 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter, 21-3 ball game here at Delta High School. Trying to hook up with Ryan Bickford, and he does. Pass is complete down to about the 5-yard line. So, Mike, like we've seen all season, Delta is converting with the big play.
Pass complete to number 11.
Throwing into double coverage, too, a little bit there. A little scary, but Bickford, he has a good eye, got his hands on it, comes down with it.
And that ball is going to be spotted on the 6-yard line inside the red zone once again. Handoff up the middle to Joe Spiegel. He keeps his feet moving. And he'll be brought down about a yard shy of getting another 6 points.
Number 20, Joe Spiegel, runs it right up the middle.
So second and goal from the 1-yard line. Imagine you see the QB keeper, just a handoff to Spiegel up the middle. And there it is, Cade Jones going to put it in the end zone. Now a 27-3 ball game here at Delta High School. Cade Jones with the rushing touchdown.
With the keeper. Good for an Eagle. Touchdown.
So like I said, a 27-3 ball game. And slowly that clock is ticking away, and Shelbyville is going to run out of chances sooner or later. They've had some opportunities with good field position, but are unable to convert. As John Kern is set back to kick the PAT.
This one looks good.
And it sails through the uprights, making it 28-3 here at Delta High School. You're watching Web Sports Machine with 5:45 left in the third quarter, and we'll be right back with a word from one of our sponsors.
Let State Farm agent Jason May handle all the moving parts to your insurance. Whether it's for auto, home, life, or financial services, Jason May is there for more ways to help and more ways to save. Call or visit Jason May today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And welcome back to Web Sports Machine. After the short break, 5:45 left in the third quarter. 28-3 ball game after the QB keeper by Cade Jones. John Curran sets the kickoff to the Golden Bears. Great kick down about the 10-yard line. Having a big return, gets around the outside, and he will maybe take this one all the way back into the end zone. 90-yard kickoff return by Gage Seaborn. But don't get too excited. There's a penalty marker down on the 36-yard line. So holding on the return team. And I tell you what, that has got to be detrimental to the Golden Bears in this game. They had a chance to get a lot of momentum with the kick return.
It's just what they needed, a big play just to help get things back on track.
Ball will be brought back to the 26-yard line.
Instead of 6 points, you're on the 26-yard line.
So 1st and 10, 5:42 left in the third quarter. This time handed off up the middle. Now it's Kyle Ewell's on the carry. That's his 7th rushing attempt on the night. He only has 15 yards. Ewell's came in averaging about 6 yards per carry. Like I said, 7 carries for 15 yards. So not the game that he is expected to have. So this time Ewell's on the carries, brought down hard. Picks up a few yards on the attempt, but that'll bring up 3rd and short. You know, Mike, I do not remember. I don't think I've seen one. I don't think I've seen Shelbyville convert on a 3rd down attempt tonight. They've had a couple times on 3rd and short, lots of 3rd and long attempts. Let's see what they can do here. 3rd and 2, 4:20 left in the third quarter. Down 28-3. They got to get something going fast, and Delta jumps off sides. Same time, Ben Delisle and Darren Stoltz jumped across. And not the way we expected it, but they get their first down on 3rd down with 4 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the third quarter. So you'd hope they could get one earlier in the game, but it is what it is, down 28-3. 1st and 10 from about the 38-yard line. Laker dropped a pass. Pass was intended for number 23, Gunnar Spiess.
Pass incomplete, intended for number 23, Gunnar Spiess.
So 2nd and 10 from the 38. So after the deep pass, it's incomplete, intended for number 85, Mitchell Orem.
Pass incomplete, intended for number 85.
There on the coverage was Landon Sullivan.
Play broken up by number 5, Landon Sullivan.
So now 3rd and 10 from the 38. Another deep pass attempt, and Landon Sullivan was there with the coverage once again. That'll bring up 4th down.
Number 9, Blake Miller. Play was broken up by number 5, Landon Sullivan.
So punt unit's out on the field. Flatovai set back to return. End over end bounce, and Flatovai is going to try and return it, but it is recovered by Shelbyville. So the 3rd time tonight we've seen a player try and recover the punt after it already bounces, and this is the first time it has been a turnover. So they will take over with pretty good field position, ball on the 24-yard line. Let's see what they can do with it.
It's one thing to just fall on it, which he probably should have done if he was going to touch it. But to try to pick it up and run with it, it's just too risky.
So 1st and 10 from the 24. Handoff up the middle to Kyle Ools once again.
Ball run up the middle by number 28, Kyle Ewell.
.311 left in the 3rd quarter of play. Draws back to pass, and this was intended. That was intended for number 85, Mitchell Orem. Fell about 5 yards short. So 3rd and 11 from the 25-yard line. So once again, defender jumped on defense. It's going to push him forward another 5 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 5 for the Golden Bears with 2:49 left in the 3rd quarter of action. So 3rd and 5 from the 19. Inside the red zone, trying to put some points up on the board.
Going for the corner.
And the pass is complete inside the end zone. Now 28-9.
Pass complete to number 9.
There's still lots of time on the clock, only down by 19 right now. The extra point would make it an 18-point ball game. So a 3-possession game with 2:41 left in the 3rd quarter as Alexander Booth is on to kick the PAT. PAT is up and good. So they take over after the fumble on the punt by Alex Wadavai on the 22-yard line and cap it off with a touchdown pass by Jake Laker. He's now 5 for 13, 41 yards passing with actually 3 interceptions. A 28-10 ball game with 2:41 left in the third here at Delta High School. So lots of time still left on the clock. You'd hope to have seen Shelbyville do something like this earlier in the ball game. And we'll be right back with the kickoff. And welcome back to Webb Sports Machine. Fair catch is caught on the kickoff by Bryce Dishman. And Delta will take over on the 33-yard line.
Number 29, Bryce Dishman with the fair catch for the Eagles.
So 1st and 10 from about the 34. As Cade Jones brings the play out into the huddle. Joe Spiegel already over the century mark, 12 carries for 109 as he gets the handoff right. Breaks the tackle and picks up about 5 yards on the carry.
Ball carried by number 20, Joe Spiegel for the Eagles. Tackle made by number 54, Jacob Day.
It's now 2nd and 5 from the 39. So with the carry right around the first down marker, they will move the chains. That was Bryce Dishman. That's his 4th carry of the night. Good for another 5 yards.
Hunter Sanchez Noble.
So 1st and 10 from about the 45-yard line with the counter. Back-to-back carries for Dishman. Gain of about 3 on the play. Now 90 seconds left in the third quarter as it is a 28-10 ball game. Delta has yet to score in the second half.
Tackle made by number 76, Ethan Runnebaum.
Play action pass to Ryan Bickford. Had it in his hands and dropped it right around the 24-yard line.
Number 11, Ryan Bickford.
So about 3rd and 7 for the Eagles. Ball almost at midfield at the 48-yard line. Just under 60 seconds remaining in the third quarter. So Cade Jones is going to take a timeout after trying to draw them off sides, and we will be right back after the break.
The Barn Lot is your shed and carport headquarters. The Barn Lot offers sheds, barns, cabins, and carports. They offer rent-to-own, no credit check, and free delivery. The barn lot is located on Meeker Road at the 67 bypass in Muncie. Call the barn lot today at 813-245-0476.
And welcome back to Webb Sports Machine after the timeout. They will have 59.8 seconds left in the third quarter. 3rd and 7 from the 48. Delta does have the ball and up 28-10. Quick look at stats as the passers go. Cade Jones is 3 for 12, 100 yards exact. 1 touchdown with 1 interception, 4 carries for 10 yards with the touchdown on the QB keeper. And Jake Laker for Shelbyville is 5 for 13, 41 yards. He does have 3 interceptions with 1 fumble, 7 carries, negative 26 yards. So both of those guys not having the night they wanted. But Bryce Dishman getting the first down and about 10 more yards. Gain of about 13.
Ball carrier by number 29, Bryce Dishman. Number 80, Benjamin Oram in on the tackle for the Golden Bears.
So 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. So Delta is trying to get another touchdown on this drive. They've been able to move the ball on 3rd down. Let's see what they can do on 1st here from the 37-yard line. Joe Spiegel with the carry. Gets out into the open field, but it's brought down at the 17-yard line. So a gain of about 26 on the play. So 1st and 10 from about the 17. As Delta will let the game clock go to 0. And that will wrap up the tonight's 3rd quarter of action here at Delta High School. Delta's up 28-10 as we're getting set to kick off the 4th quarter. We're going to give you a short clip from earlier of the season of the Blue Crew, and we'll be right back with more action. You are watching Webb Sports Machine.
The football media guide. This booklet includes the team roster, senior profiles, 2012 season outlook, and school records.
And welcome back to Webb Sports Machine. Not only on video and picture, you can tell that these Delta students have a lot of Eagle pride in them, as the Blue Crew's always being loud and proud down there in the stands. Right now on the field, it is 28-10 ball game. Delta is out on top by 18 as we are getting set to start the 4th quarter of action tonight.
Advanced carpet cleaning, Fairfield Inn one-night stay, Modern Lady Fitness 1-month membership, and a $45 Clancy's Car Wash coupon book. The winner is John Palmer. John Palmer. The golf package of 2 all-sports passes and 4 rounds of golf each.
So getting ready to kick off the 4th quarter of action. 1st and 10 from the 17.
24 free buckets of balls and a Delta sweatshirt of Country Shack and a camo golf bag goes to Mr. John Adams. But the winners of those packages would meet the members of the golf team behind the bleachers after the game.
So 11:45 now left in the 4th quarter. It is a 28-10 ball game. Now 2nd and 10 from about the 18-yard line. So Joe Spiegel thought he has not been down. Refs blew the play dead with 11:07 left in the fourth quarter. Now 3rd and 8 for the Eagles. So 3rd and 8 from the 15-yard line. Cade Jones scrambling out. Pass is intercepted by Shelbyville's number 10, Gage Seaborn. That's Jones' second INT of the night.
Cade Jones' pass intercepted by number 10, Gage Seaborn.
Gage Seaborn, if you remember earlier in the game, took one to the house on a kick return, but it ended up being called back on a holding penalty. That's the only time that they've even been close to a touchdown. But now they take over with some terrible field position, ball on the the 11-yard line, my bad. 1st and 10 with 10:30 left in the fourth quarter. That was Alex Wadavai with the initial hit after the 8-yard gain. Ball was carried by Kyle Ewells.
Ball carried by number 28, Kyle Ewells. Tackle made by the Eagles, number
That puts him at
Alex
10
Wadavai.
carries for only 27 yards. As it is now 2nd and 2. Right around a 1st down. They may send this one out for a measurement.
Quarterback Jeremy Laker with the keeper. Tackle made by number 51, Clay Fulenkamp.
And they will bring the chains out. That was Lakers' 8th carry of the night. Unbelievably, Laker he doesn't have any yards. He's negative 24 rushing. On the season, he has 113 attempts for 806 yards. So Delta was prepared for a running game after they played Mount Vernon last week and got beat 35-0. In that game last week, Mount Vernon only attempted one pass. So Delta right now, actually Shelbyville right now, after the 1st down, they have the ball on the 21-yard line, down by 18, with just over 9 minutes to go in tonight's ball game. Laker trying to go deep. Trey Bland on the coverage. It's going to be ruled incomplete. Trey Bland earlier in the season had an interception against Yorktown inside the end zone.
Pass incomplete, intended for number 9, Blake Miller. Play was broken up by number 36, Trey Bland.
And on a 2nd and 10. Ball on the 21-yard line. Pass is complete for a 1st down. That's Lakers' 6th completion of the night.
Pass complete to number 85, Mitchell Oram. Tackle made by number 36, Trey Bland.
On the option, Austin Conway making the tackle in the backfield. Loss of about 2 on the play.
Ball carried by number 28, Kyle
That was
Ewell.
Kyle Ewells with the carry.
Austin Conway
That's
with
his
the tackle for
11th
the
of the
Eagles.
night. Only 26 yards on the ground. So second and 12 for the Golden Bears. Ball on the 34-yard line. Conway once again with the tackle. Gain of about 5 on the ground for Ewells.
Ball carried by number 28, Kyle Ewell. Conway with the tackle for the Eagles.
And after Conway getting back-to-back tackles, he's drawn off sides. Now to push it forward another 5 yards. But on the night, a total combined offense for the Golden Bears stands at 70 yards. And we are at the 7:16 mark in the fourth quarter. So great defense tonight by the Eagles. I don't know if it's just great defense by the Eagles or poor offense by the Golden Bears. But either way, they are down 28-10. 3rd and 3 from the 42. Ewells with the carry, picks up the first down. So the ball now spotted on the 45-yard line. Pass is complete out left. That's good for a first down and 11 yards. So Shelbyville starting to get the ball moving on offense.
Pass complete to number 85, Mitchell Oram. Tackle made by number 36, Trey Bland. First down, Shelbyville.
Ball spotted right around the 44-yard line. Hand off to Kyle Ewell as he picks up about 10 yards on first down. Looks like they will spot him just past the first down yard marker.
Ball carried by number 28, Kyle Ewell. Tackle made by number 11, Ryan Bickford.
So second and short. Actually, they will make it a first down. So look at a new set of downs with the ball on the 38, maybe 39-yard line. Down by 18 with just under 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Adam Price this time up the middle, gain of about 9. So they're getting the ball moving on the ground. Just a little too late.
Ball carried up the middle by number 25, Adam Price. Tackle made by Alex Quattleline for the Eagles.
So second and 1 for the Golden Bears. Ball on the 24-yard line. Fumbles on the ground, recovered by the Golden Bears. Although a fumble, they will move the chains.
Number 12, Jeremy keeper. Initial contact made by number 40, Darren Stoltz.
So 1st and 10 from the 22. Last time they had it around this area, they threw an interception. This time it's a touchdown. Pass is caught by Gunnar Spiess. Now a 28-16 ball game. Still a 2-possession game as this one winds down.
Good for a Shelbyville touchdown.
A great pass. I have to chime in. A great pass. Great catch.
Yeah, we really haven't heard from Michael Beach so much in the second half, but always has great input. 4:35.
Great pass. Yeah, that's excellent analysis.
They'll be on to try and get the 2-point conversion. Try and make it a field goal and a touchdown ball game. Hand off to Kyle Ewells, and he punches it in for the 2-point conversion. It's now 28-18. At one point in time, it was 28-3. So 15 unanswered points by the Golden Bears. Makes it a 28-18 ball game here at Delta High School.
You think about the run back that was called back with a hold.
Yeah, if you wipe away that penalty right there, that makes it a 1-possession ball game. You never know what happens. Here maybe they might get the onside kick, and if they do, they'll still be down by 2 scores. So they'd have to score, get another onside.
Yeah, clock's their enemy right now. 4:35 left in the 4th.
So the hands teams are on the field as Alexander Booth gets ready to kick the onside. This one is recovered by Rob Fox at the 48-yard line. So they will take over with 4 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in play with a 10-point lead.
By Rob Fox for the Eagles.
Actually make that the 49-yard line. So great field position taking over late in the 4th. Obviously, as always, they're going to try and put some more points on the board, but the number one goal right now for the Eagles just has to be taking time off the clock, get this game over with, as the Golden Bears are on a run right now. Dishman picks up about 3 yards on 1st down.
You've got to really hang on to the ball late in the game like this. The last thing you want is a turnover. But again, you got 4 minutes, 18 seconds. You really need to get a 1st down to keep control of the clock here.
So 2nd and 8 from the Golden Bears 49. As Fwadovai brings the play out into the huddle. Hand it off to Bryce Dishman once again. Picks up a couple yards this time on 2nd. But, Coach Segunda knows a thing or two about closing out ball games. At Delta, he has a record of 142 wins with 35 losses. This is his 20th season overall coaching. So, he knows a thing or two about this game and knows how to close ball games. 3:44 left to play as Coach Segunda goes out to talk to his team up by 10. So 3rd and about 6 yards to move the chains. And if they can pick up a first down here and eat away at the clock a little more, this game is all but over.
$350 tonight for the American Cancer Society.
Sweep out to Joe Spiegel, and he's brought down in the backfield, loss of about 4, but he did fall down in bounds. It'll keep the clock moving.
Ball carried by number 20, Joe Spiegel. Tackle made by number 20, Mitchell Mathias.
So it'll be 4th and about 10 yards to go for the first down. Ball on the 49-yard line. And Coach Sagun is going to try and keep this clock rolling. They will keep the offense on the field, either that or wind the play clock down to 0 and take the 5-yard penalty. They will call a timeout with 1 second remaining on the play clock. 2:55 left in play. As Coach Sagun will opt to punt here on 4th down, ball on the 49. So on 4th down, Coach Sagun is going to punt the ball away to the Golden Bears, up by 10, putting some trust in his defense. It's a high but short punt. And it takes a a Golden Bears bounce, now going to be down on the 36-yard line by John Kern with 2:47 left to play here at Delta High School. So 1st and 10 from the 36.
Under pressure.
Intercepted by Alex Vladovine. He has room to work with. He might take this one all the way into the house, but he's going to be brought down at the 17-yard line with the horse collar tackle. Got to push him forward some more yards. That's his 2nd INT of the night. He was our player to watch before the game. That's his 5th interception of the season.
Yeah, he's making us look really good.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad. Trust me. Yeah, I talked to Alex before the game down on the field, and I kind of let him know he was our player to watch tonight, kind of getting pumped up for tonight's ball game. And literally he told me, kind of in a joking manner, he said, "I'm playing for the kids tonight." So he's quite a character and quite a player down on the field. So 2:33 left in play as the Eagles take over after the interception return and the penalty at around the 8-yard line. So officials talking this one over. Okay, Jones will call him back into the huddle to talk about the upcoming play. Play clock is still at 25. Puts Dishman in motion. Handoff to Joe Spiegel up the middle. And he breaks a couple tackles and puts this one in the end zone. That's his third rushing touchdown of the night. Gain of about 8 on the touchdown. So now it is a 34-18 ball game here at Delta High School. As Joe Spiegel now has 17 carries on the night, 3 touchdowns, 147 yards. And we have seen this kid make some unbelievable plays all season. That one right there was one of them. Broke 2 tackles on his way to the end zone. And John Kern adds on the PAT. So now a 35-18 ball game with 2 minutes and 26 seconds left in play. And we'll be right back with more action. You are watching Web Sports Machine. And welcome back to Web Sports Machine. After Joe Spiegel's third touchdown and John Kern's PAT, is now a 35-18 ball game as the squib kick goes down the left side of the field. Going to be Gunner's Peace with the return. Initially hit hard by Avery Hazley, bounced away from it. So the Golden Bears will take over down 35-18 with 2:21 left to play here on the 15-yard line.
Seaborn. Tackle made by the Eagles, number 54, Seth Fox.
Well, just as Shelbyville was, making some moves and scoring some touchdowns, Delta ruins the party.
Absolutely. They come down in clutch moments, get the touchdown, take away about 2 minutes on the clock with that drive. Now Avery Hazley with the interception.
And the score.
So Avery Hazley on senior night getting the touchdown with 2:12 left to play here in tonight's ball game. Now a 41-18 lead for the Delta Eagles after the Avery Hazley interception for a touchdown. That is the fourth interception tonight by the Eagles.
That's a happy senior right there. We've seen Avery play for a few years, and just a great athlete, great kid.
Good for Avery.
And John Kern kicks the PAT through the uprights, now 42-18 here on Web Sports Machine. And while we have the time, we would like to thank all of you viewers for tuning in tonight to watch the ball game. We appreciate it each week, you guys tuning in. You guys are what keeps this business going. Next week we're going to try and bring you the first round of sectional play between Delta and Frankfort. That ball game will be taking place at Frankfort High School. Make sure you stay tuned on our Facebook page and websportsmachine.com. We'll be trying to give you some info and some updates on what's going on next week. But be ready to watch it here on Facebook or on websportsmachine.com. Like I said, just stay in touch with us, and we'll let you know exactly what's going on.
And feel free to post your pictures on our Facebook page. Any fan videos, fan pictures, any Instagram pictures, getting ready for the game, tailgating, during the game, just the whole experience. We'd like to share the whole experience of high school football with everybody on our Facebook channel, and that's what it's really all about.
To add on to what Mike just said, even if you're leaving tomorrow or next week at 5 o'clock, we are doing the game. Post some pictures. Let us know what you're doing, where you're at, how the journey's going to the game, and just let us know what's going on. have fun posting stuff on our page and let us know what's going on. Like I said, right now it's 42-18 with 2 minutes and 6 seconds left to play here in the fourth quarter, as Shelbyville will take over on the 38-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 38. Lakers pass is incomplete, intended for number 23, Gunnar Spies.
Number 23, Gunnar Spies.
He dove out for that one, almost caught it.
There's a penalty marker down. It's going to be holding on the offense. That'll push him back another 10 yards with a repeat of the down. So a lot of yards to pick up to move the chains. But whether they move the chains or not, I believe this one's pretty much all but over. A 42-18 ball game. And for a while, it looked like Shelbyville may have a chance to get back in this ball game. It was 28-18. After the interception by Fuadavai and the Joe Spiegel run, and then the interception returned by Avery Hazley, it is now a 42-18 ball game here at Delta High School. About a 3-yard gain on the play. That's Kyle Ewells with the carry. That's his 15th of the night and puts him over 50 yards. He's actually at 52 yards on the night. So second, and 21 yards for the first down. A huge run by Kyle Ewells.
He's still running.
So breaks away. The last man to get him is Bryce Dishman at the 14-yard line. Big play by Kyle Ewells. Puts him over the century mark on that carry.
Ball carried by number 28, Kyle Ewells. Tackle made at the 10-yard line by number 29, Bryce Dishman.
So a 63-yard run puts him at 117 yards on the night. So 1st and 10 from about the 10-yard line. Ewells with the carry, and he's brought down hard at around the 8-yard line.
Number 28, Kyle Ewells, the ball carrier. Tackle made by number 30, Drayton Conley.
Laker rolls out to the right. And he finds his man in the end zone. That's number 80, Ben Oram, a 6'2", 215 senior.
Pass complete to number 80, Benjamin Oram, who runs it in for a Shelbyville touchdown.
That makes it 42-24 before the PAT. That's Lakers' first touchdown of the night. So with 20.6 seconds left, they make the P18. That makes it a 42-25 ball game here on Webb Sports Machine at Delta High School. So Delta has their hands team out on the field expecting the onside kick. I don't see why you just wouldn't kick it off to the Eagles down to 42-25. It's a 17-point ball game. So no matter what, a 3-possession game. And they will kick it off to Ryan Bickford, who will take a knee at the 24. You got to imagine just one play, take a knee, and that will wrap this one up. So they will take a knee and wind this clock down to 0 as they will come away with the win. So Delta will finish 6-3 with the regular season. And Shelbyville will drop to below 500 at 4-5. A 42-25 win for the Eagles. As tonight's Beach Media Player of the Game is Joe Spiegel. Spiegel had 17 carries for 147 yards with 3 touchdowns. He was all over the field breaking tackles tonight, making big plays, and we will try and find it and post it on Facebook. One of the greatest breaking ankle plays you'd ever seen. He was running around to the outside and broke Gage Seaborn's ankles right around the 12-yard line, took it in for the touchdown. And that is where we stand now. A 42-25 win for the Eagles. And for everybody here at Webb Sports Machine, I'm Adam Brown. And like I said, for everybody here and Michael Beach and everybody else that has anything to do with us, we appreciate you tuning in, and we will hopefully see you next week at Frankfort. Tune into our Facebook page and just stay in touch with us. Good night, everybody.